What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Derby Wormy. And just the other day, we had it announced that, yes, the Ray movie director doesn't know Star Wars at all, hasn't been paying attention to Star Wars for at least the past 12 years, moving forward, ignoring every other plot point and everything within Star Wars, basically just showing her true hand that she doesn't really care. Well, through this little story, we ended up getting basically I'm not gonna try to paint them as bad, but the culture warriors stepped in and they don't know what's going on. But you get in wokeness here. Disney hands over the $67 billion Star Wars franchise to Pakistani feminist activist Obaid-Chinoy on the new film she will be directing for the franchise, where in 2024, it's about time we have a woman shape the story in a galaxy far, far away. Yep. You see here, Hodge twins getting involved. Yeah. Star Wars is done. Star Wars has actually been done. It's been done well since TLJ, which came out 2018, 2019, one of the two, and has consistently fallen off since then. It ain't good. It hasn't actually been good for several years, so outright saying, now Star Wars is done, welcome. You end up having wokeness again, retweeting his own thing and bringing out the next Star Wars film will be directed by a feminist activist and former journalist. The theme is centered around feminism. What could go wrong? Now, the theme actually hasn't been talked about in it yet or anything like that, but he's not wrong on the probably guessing where it's going. Let's be real. Because yes, she is a major feminist. She is a woke activist. She has been on top of this for years now. Granted, where she started, it's not a bad thing. She is a documentarian talking about the plight of the women within Pakistan. You know, where honestly, that makes sense. But bringing all that to everywhere else in her life, yes, apparently women are oppressed everywhere and everything like that. You move on. Kathleen Kennedy has run Star Wars for the past 12 years, says Jack Posobiec, obviously having to look this up before he makes a comment on it. As he quote tweets IGN, where they talk about the exact same thing again in regards to the new Ray director. God, you just gotta love it. You gotta love watching the culture warriors getting involved in all this. You just gotta think this is funny when they actually start getting involved and act like they care. I just gotta point that out. You get Jack Posobiec again. Wow, imagine if Disney made a Star Wars film where all the heroes were women and BIPOCs, and all the villains were white males. Oh wait, that's called the sequel trilogy. Again, welcome. Well, it's 2024. The majority of these came out years ago. 7 years ago, so on and so forth. Welcome to Star Wars, I guess. Welcome to what's been going on. Now, let's not mix hairs here. A lot of the reason these people are starting to get involved, whether it's Jack Posobiec, the freaking Hodge twins, and wokeness has done things here or there, but the main reason people like Jeremy from The Boring, are all getting into this is because it's fashionable to be dunking on Disney now. It's fashionable to be talking about these topics and be talking about everything, and that's the new trendy thing. You see, the culture is swifting, and we all want to be talking about Star Wars and everything. Even though several years ago, you guys were mainly telling us to get out, go get dates, get married, lift weights, do sports, ignore Star Wars and everything. Although, because if you guys would have talked up sooner and actually looked into this a whole lot sooner, we wouldn't be here. But hey, welcome now, I guess. But yeah, Jeremy Boring here. It's 2024. Isn't it about time to have a woman stop shaping stories in a galaxy far, far away? I mean, it's funny, but again, a little bit too late. Star Wars is far gone. Star Wars is basically dead and nobody cares. And you guys are trying to get in now because it's fashionable. It's fashionable to be hating on Disney and everything like that. And a lot of people have been hating on Disney for a whole lot longer. And you guys are just now seeing the tides shifting, you know. But we end with Matt Walsh, and I actually gotta say, Matt Walsh does kind of hit it out of the park with this one, because this is actually a very fascinating one. Here's the feminist director of the next Star Wars film saying that her goal is to make men uncomfortable. This movie is destined to be Disney's biggest flop yet. Now, to be quite fair with that, I don't know if we have any evidence that this will be Disney's biggest flop yet. Okay, we don't know where this is going. We don't know what kind of hype's going to be around it. It is the first, basically, Star Wars movie in several years. Let's not mixed words here, that's the truth. Now, the streaming has gone down in viewership and everything like that. We know that as a fact. Nobody's watching their streaming thing, but to say it's going to be their biggest flop yet, well, you do have the Marvels to contend with, so I don't know where that's going to go. But let's listen to what Chinny Chin Chin has to say on this. And when she is talking to, I believe it's I can't think of his name off the top of my head. A former comedian guy that did, I think, Late Night Tonight or whatever, something like that. But
what is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure?
God dang, this guy is so freaking soy. I don't remember his name. He ended up having an Apple series for not John Oliver, that's the British one. I had an Apple TV series for a little while where John Stewart. I think it's John Stewart. John Stewart is just freaking soy. At one point in time, he was a decent individual, but now just listen to him. It's so freaking pathetic.
And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable.
I like to make men uncomfortable. Oh, don't worry. She continues on.
I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Not you, just not you.
Not you. Oh, I remember this bent as well. Isn't this that chick that was in charge of New Gods for a while and did Wrinkle in Time and all that? Yeah, I think that was her. But see, she enjoys making men uncomfortable, and immediately has to try to, point out John Stewart's here as roaring applause is given her. That's the correct word. I just had to double check everything. But this is pathetic. This is the woman that's going to be in charge of the new Star Wars movie. It's not a change or anything. It's nothing revolutionary. So what? I'm just more happy that people are seeing this now, but come on. This is the same shiz that we've been getting for the past 12 years. Ever since Disney's taken over, it's the same exact stuff over and over and over again.
Point taken.
But, it is important to be able to look into the eyes of a man and say, I am here, and recognize that. And recognize that I am working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable because
I'm uncomfortable just looking at you at this point. I just got to be honest and listening to you. But this is all they want. They want to make us uncomfortable. They revel in this. They revel in their own politics, their own social justice, their own identity politics. Insert it all here. DEI, CRT, SJW, every little thing. That's what these people are. They just evolve their titles and everything. They revel in their politics and everything and making you uncomfortable. This is what they want. This is what they desire. This is the only thing they have. And you don't think she's going to be bringing us over to Star Wars? Oh, I think that's all she knows how to do, considering she's only done documentaries.
You need to change your attitude. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations, that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection. And then say, maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, or maybe there's something
wrong with the way you think, to be quite honest. But this is your woman that's going to be leading the Star Wars movie starring Rey. It's just a return to form. It's the continuation of the degradation of Star Wars and Disney as a whole. It's not going to go anywhere. It probably will flop majorly. Granted, we still don't know. This is just guesses. And it is also very nice to see at least more people realizing that Star Wars is dead. I guess I don't know. Listen, let them do their whole thing on Twitter. Let the culture warrior people that talk about all this and not actually know a lot about the entertainment industry come out and say what they need to say, because they are at least helping push the whole truth and reality that Star Wars is done. Heck, even Tim Pool did a video on it. It didn't even watch it, because who watches Tim Pool for actual cultural takes? But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.